Well, it's that time of year again, and Apple's next iPhone event is in just 3 days on September 9th. Let's talk about all of the rumors leading into the event just so you have an idea of what to expect for the next iPhone event called It's Glowtime. Firstly, to address the name It's Glowtime, this is very likely just a reference to the fact that they've kind of changed Siri in iOS 18, and this is something that we've seen in some of the betas. I think it's just in the developer beta right now. So now when you're talking to Siri, instead of seeing the little Siri icon at the bottom of the screen, you're actually going to see a glow effect around the entire rim of the screen that's also that rainbow color. That same glowing effect might happen when you're using some of the AI features, so that is likely the cause of the name It's Glowtime. But obviously this is the September event, so this is when they always announce the new iPhone, and it's not going to be any different this year. So we're expecting to see obviously the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Pro models come out. Basically it's going to be the same way that it always works. So the things that were on last year's Pro models are now going to be standard features on the iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 actually has had a bit of a design change, specifically on the back of the phone with the camera lenses. So now, since there's only two lenses, instead of having them diagonally stacked, they're going to be vertically stacked, one on top of the other. So the back of the iPhone definitely will look different, and the little flash is also going to be outside of the camera stack itself and integrated into the back glass of the phone. And of course, the mute switch that was previously on the iPhone 15 standard models will now be replaced with the action button like it was with the iPhone 15 Pro. But one of the biggest changes is actually that they're adding a new button to the iPhone called the capture button. And this is going to be located on the right side of the device, right where that millimeter wave antenna usually is. That is going to be relocated in order to put this new capture button in. And this capture button actually sounds pretty cool. So it's designed, as the name implies, to capture photos and videos, and it's going to be very similar to the shutter button on a digital camera. So it's actually pressure sensitive, meaning you can press it lightly or firmly to do different things, and mainly it's just going to be for focusing the camera and then taking the picture or video. And with where it's located, I think it's going to be pretty easy to use too. So if you're taking a picture or video vertically, you can basically just hit it with one of your fingers on the side, and then otherwise if you're holding your camera up and down, it'll line up very well just like a digital shutter would on a camera. And this capture button is going to be on the standard 16 and the 16 Pro, but we'll talk more about the Pro in a moment. And if you're curious, that millimeter wave antenna is now going to be relocated probably to the bottom left side of the iPhone, where it's going to be out of the way again. And those should be the only major changes with the iPhone 16. The size of the phone and the shape of it should be about the same, again, other than the lenses changing on the back. And there have been different rumors regarding the color of the new iPhones, but I would definitely trust Ming-Chi Kuo because he's very vetted in the entire Apple ecosystem. He's saying that there will be 5 different colors, and that includes black, white, pink, blue, and green. And there are some rumors that there might be a new purple or yellow option too, but we'll have to see when the event happens. Otherwise, as far as the hardware goes, as always, there will be a new chip in these iPhones as well. So this year it's going to be the A18 chip. I'm sure you'll probably see during the event that basically just minor changes in performance. So now let's talk about the 16 Pro models, because these ones are changing a little bit more than the standard iPhone this year. They are getting some of the same things. Like I said before, they're getting that new capture button. They will have a new faster A-series chip. But one of the biggest differences with the Pro models this year is that they're actually going to be increased in size. So the standard 16 Pro will be 6.3 inches, and the Pro Max is going up to 6.9 inches. So that is definitely different than the Pro models on the 15, because those ones were 6.1 and 6.7 inches respectively. Now that doesn't sound like a huge difference when you look at the numbers on paper, but as always, with the phone in your hand, there will be a notable difference in size, and these Pro models will be slightly larger than they have been before. So that does mean that you're not going to be able to reuse cases. You're gonna have to get an all new case if you do end up getting a new 16 Pro model this year. Another change or kind of upgrade to the Pro models this year is that both the 16 Pro and Pro Max will have the 5-time optical zoom. This is a feature that was only available on the Pro Max last year, so it will be nice to have it on both devices. And I'm actually recording this on my 15 Pro Max, and I ended up using the 5-time zoom a lot more than I thought I would this year, so I'm glad that's going to be on both models now. Otherwise, rumors have also said that the new Pro models might use Wi-Fi 7, so even faster Wi-Fi speed availability, but I don't think a lot of people will use that because most people don't even use Wi-Fi 7 yet. Now, as far as colors go on the Pro Max this year, it will be very similar to last year, and there's expected to be 4 different colors: a black, a silver or white, the natural titanium, and then there's actually one new color this year on the Pro models, which is going to be desert titanium, which is a shade of pink. So those are the major changes we're going to see this year with the iPhone hardware. As far as software goes, they are going to be shipped with iOS 18 on board, so you can expect to see iOS 18 being released across the board whenever the new iPhone is officially out. And at around that same time, you will see the other softwares available too: iPadOS 18, watchOS 11, and tvOS 18. Another new announcement that you should probably see at this event is the AirPods 4. So these ones are just going to be an upgrade basically to what the previous generation of the AirPods were. The case will obviously have the new USB-C charging and getting rid of Lightning, and it might have shorter stems on the AirPods themselves, which is going to be closer to what the AirPods Pro models look like right now. And of course, with a new AirPods model like this, you should have a better chip and maybe some enhanced audio quality compared to the previous generation. Another thing about the AirPods 4 is that there are also some rumors that there might be 2 different versions of it, which is basically like a standard version and a more higher end version. And I think the idea of that new higher end option is basically so that you can have something that's similar to the AirPods Pro, but not quite at that price point of $250. So you can still get it at a lower price, but get some advanced features compared to the standard AirPods 4. And the major differences between the standard and the more high-end version of the AirPods will be, firstly, an active noise cancellation option, which of course is always nice, and this works really well on the AirPods Pros. Now, I don't think that the AirPods 4 will have the silicone tips on them. That's something that's usually only going to be available on the Pro models. But either way, active noise cancellation will be a very nice addition to a more standard AirPod option. Otherwise, there are also rumors that there's going to be a speaker in the case for the AirPods 4 higher end version, which allows you to find it easier if you lose it by just having it make a sound using the Find My app. And other than that, another thing that I'm really excited to see whether or not it actually gets announced is that there is a possibility we might see an AirPods Max 2 announcement. There have been some rumors out there floating around saying that you might see an AirPods Max 2 by the end of this year, so it's not really for sure as to whether or not that's going to happen at this event or if it's going to be announced at all. But if that happens, I will be very excited. So the current AirPods Max are actually the oldest model that Apple has right now that's been selling ever since December of 2020. So these things haven't had a change in a long time. They haven't really needed to because I think they're still selling really well and making Apple a lot of money. But if we do see a new generation of these, there are bound to be some changes to them, which firstly is going to be a USB-C charger. As with everything, Apple is switching to USB-C, so you will not have a Lightning port on the new AirPods Max. And it is speculated that this new AirPods Max will also come with a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter so that you can actually plug in your AirPods to devices that require a port. They are also expected to have an upgraded version of Bluetooth, which is Bluetooth 5.3, and you will also have a fresh lineup of colors on the AirPods Max. So right now the colors available are space gray, silver, green, blue, and pink. And with the new generation of the AirPods Max, you're very likely going to see a change in the colors as well. And unfortunately at this point it's not really confirmed what the new colors might be on the new AirPods Max, but that is definitely something I think that they'll do because it seems like Apple likes to change up the colors at least a little bit to distinguish between different generations of models like this. And those are all of the rumors and major announcements that you should expect to see at the iPhone event this year. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to leave me a like and subscribe to my channel because I will be getting the new iPhone 16 Pro Max and definitely doing a full unboxing and review on it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.